This one from the post millennial. Illegal immigrant MS-13 suspect gets stuck on business sign during failed rooftop escape in Houston. Let me let me share this screen over to Joey. Let me pull this up. All right, here you go, Joey. So ICE identified the man as a 29-year-old Marlon Odir Gomez Hernandez, an illegal immigrant who had previously been arrested in El Salvador for aggravated extortion alongside 6 other suspected MS-13 members. Is this actually the picture? He's stuck on this like universal sign.
Sounds like it looks like some shit that would happen in like GTA San Andreas.
Just GTA in general. You're running from someone and you get stuck somewhere.
It's a glitch.
A suspected MS-13 gang member from El Salvador was arrested late last month after getting stuck on the sign of a Houston area business while trying to run from federal immigration officers, according to Immigration and Customs Enforcement. ICE identified the man as 29-year-old. We already read his name. I'm not going to read his whole name again. Marlon Hernandez, an illegal immigrant who had previously been arrested in El Salvador for aggravated extortion along 6 other suspected MS-13 members. Authorities said Gomez was spotted during a targeted enforcement operation on October 27th in the Houston area. When officers approached, he allegedly took off running, ducking into a laundromat and climbing through ceiling tiles to access the roof. From there, he tried to scale down the building but became stranded on the business's large outdoor sign. Wow. So Universal Laundry. He got stuck on Universal Laundry. Look, we're just trying to launder all these immigrants out of the country. Like he's trying to do his part. I mean,
so poetic.
Do you think Democrats have any blame here regarding the illegals running? Because we've seen this since the start of all these deportations. A lot of people have been telling them to run and to avoid the law enforcement. Do you think that Democrats or people saying that are partly to blame for this? Encouraging them to just run?
I mean, Democrats encourage them to run towards this country. So.
Run towards this country and then run away from the law enforcement trying to get you out of it.
Yep.
Let's see. ICE officers eventually brought him down safely. Gomez was taken into custody and transferred to the Montgomery Processing Center in Conroe, where he remains pending the outcome of his immigration case. We'll just send him home. Just get him out of here. Once again, an illegal alien put the local community in danger by recklessly fleeing from ICE officers who were simply enforcing immigration laws that have been on the books for decades, said Brett Bradford, ICE's Houston field office director. Unfortunately, this has become a daily occurrence for our officers here in Houston, thanks to the violent rhetoric being spewed by elected officials encouraging illegal aliens to resist enforcement of the same laws they established. The incident comes amid a broader ICE crackdown in Texas on violent criminal aliens and gang members. Man, too bad Matt Stork isn't here. I'm sure he'd have something to say about that.
He could be here if he wanted to and not be a simp for that one. Anyway.
I didn't invite him today, but I could have.
Since he could be in the audience like a good friend, but...
Look. Anyway, since the start of President Donald Trump's administration, ICE Houston says it has arrested 356 illegal immigrant gang members, including MS-13 members in the region. Collectively, those arrested have entered the U.S. illegally over 1,400 times and racked up 1,685 criminal records, ranging from child sexual abuse and arson to theft and murder. Wait, of the 356 illegals, they entered the country more than 1,400 times.
That's a lot of times.
That would mean each one had to come in like 4 different times. How does it look? This is all intentional. We've talked about this repeatedly. The border crisis is intentional. You don't just let someone come back into the country 4 different times. That doesn't happen unless you want it to.
Yeah, and they'll talk about the deporter in chief, Barack Obama. Well, yeah, you deported so many people because they just came back in.
Yeah, you deport the same person 4 to 6 times. That'll make your numbers go up. Especially when you're. I mean, whatever. We all know this. ICE officials said that the operations are part of an ongoing federal initiative to remove what the agency calls the worst of the worst, focusing on criminal aliens, gang affiliates, and repeat border offenders. Despite attempts by some to undermine the courageous work being done by our officers, the brave men and women of ICE continue to put their lives on the line every day to arrest violent transnational gang members, foreign fugitives, and dangerous criminal aliens, said Gabriel Martinez, acting field office director for ICE Houston's enforcement and removal operations. Look, it's great. I love that they're doing this. It is a difficult job. I'm sure it's a dangerous job just being law enforcement in general. But we're not seeing the numbers that we want to. Joey and I bring this up often. We're just not seeing the numbers that we need to be seeing. It's great that they're doing what they are doing, but it's not enough. We're gonna get to the end of the Trump administration, and we won't even have more than 3 million deported.
We're gonna get to the end of the Trump administration, and then the post-Trump administration. They're gonna talk about all the great things they did, and they'll mention how the bureaucracy of Washington is why we couldn't get things done, because we kept listening to these stupid judges instead of, I don't know, just.
But Joey, don't worry, we'll get JD Vance. We'll get JD Vance.
Yeah, we'll get JD Vance, who doesn't have an ounce of the charisma that Trump has. So he's probably just gonna get walked all over.
But he stood at a college campus in a auditorium, and he talked to college students that were unscripted for over an hour, Joey, in honor of Charlie Kirk. He did that the other day.
Yeah, and he gave a complete slop answer on why we give money to Israel.
Oh, but Tim loved the fact that he did that, because he said Vance 2028.
I bet he did love that.
He actually posted that on X. He said Vance 2028, replying to a tweet from Vance doing that. I just thought it was funny.
He gave a total fucking. Well, this administration isn't being taken. It's like, dude, they get dog walked constantly by Israel. Like, are you serious? Like, come on, man.
Bunker Studios and TV said, is it just me, or does it feel like 99% of the crime is done by illegals, truck drivers, petty crime, shootings, etc.? No.
Not always.
Definitely
always.
Not.
Yeah.
It's probably lower than maybe 10 or 5%. Like, it's not that high of a number. The fact is, the crime is that they came in here illegally, and they're taking up resources like SNAP benefits and health insurance, all stuff like that. So the real crime is that they're stealing from taxpayers and coming into the country illegally. The subsequent crimes aren't as often as a lot of people think.
Well, Tyler, I've been told that financial crimes aren't that big of a deal.
Well, it's not a financial crime if the government steals the money for you and then gives it to you.
Hey, the transferring of money is not a big deal in comparison to violence. That's what I've been told. That's all.
Yep. Well, Joey, no one is harming you directly when they go and steal from your business, so you should just let them take those items.
Yep. That's the truth.
It doesn't matter if they ransack your whole property and break your windows and doors and stuff like that, and then the insurance doesn't cover it and your life is ruined. That doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you whatsoever.
Oh, man, I remember getting in arguments with some Europeans over the George Floyd stuff. They're like, you shouldn't have to kill someone just because they're trying to burn your business down. And I'm like, what? They're like, the insurance will cover it. I was like, the insurance will not cover loss of clients. You fucking morons.
Yeah, imagine those same people making the argument for the Palisades fire. Like, oh, why are you so upset that the state can't put out the fire? Your insurance will cover it. I'm like, no, they canceled 2 weeks before the fire.
There was a story on that. Like, maybe you guys spoke about it yesterday, where I think there was like some audio recording where they basically told them to like stand down for the fires.
No, I hadn't seen that.
Let me see if I can.